All right, dropping into game number 4 after an extremely quick game 3. Unfortunately, the Saints just got caught with their pants down, basically, and could not find the early fight that they were looking for. Tried to make it happen with some long-range crossbow shots, but just did not go in their favor in the slightest. One by one ended up getting picked off, and now get to reboot and try again. Of course, definitely one of the beauties of being able to have up to 10 10 rounds in every single session. You're not always going to have a banger, but you can just go on and fight back next time by. A much quieter start, to say the least, here for our St. Clair squad in Game 4. Nobody else landing really anywhere near them. Lets them actually play to the game plan that they know and love. Even though the season's changed, even though the map has definitely become a little different, weapons are a little bit different and whatnot, still able to land into the same place and just basically modify their past strategy to work for another season. So solid job nonetheless in that regard. How are they playing so far? Overall positive. Of course, I believe they're in the top 5 as of this moment. Some damage actually getting shot here from Siri's point of view. Something exploded. Not exactly sure what that was there. Yeah, just like what Atmosphere was saying. Yeah, game 1 was solid. I think we were in the top 15 that time by. Game 2, of course, Saints got themselves in second. Siri getting them close, finding a couple last-minute eliminations. But then game 3, the Saints got absolutely jumped on right off the spawn, so that did not go in their favor in the slightest. Here we are, game number 4. This car is on fire, but they're still going to try and make this work. Still has about half of its health available. Looks like they got smoked by like a flaming crossbow or something, because that garage was absolutely blazing. Oh, a little bit of a cheap shot here onto a couple of the, or this one team in the truck. Nobody gonna get knocked out of it, but decent damage onto the truck nonetheless. It looks like Siri's gonna go opt to take this castle-looking thing up in the north. Junie and Lasix, however, going to be a little bit short to follow behind here in the Smoke and Rocket League car. This being a much quieter start here for the Saints, this does give them the opportunity to farm up as much as possible. Try to do it now so you don't have to worry about it later. In regards to Arsenal, Siri looks like he has basically everything he would want, just gotta level it up with some crafting when the time comes. Sure enough, he's going to upgrade that assault rifle to a Scar, so gets one of the better assault rifles, if not basically the second best assault rifle in the game, just off of crafting, which is always cool. Nice little change to Fortnite nowadays. Junie's showing up with the ride right at the right moment, right as the storm was getting ready to make its way over. May have to be careful though, seems like gas is not necessarily on their side. Based off of the beeping I was hearing, they do find themselves another NPC. Is there anything he has? Or the Saint Squad? Looks like a specific elimination quest. No, that was from earlier. So maybe nothing of value this time by. But it's in times like these where they're all this open driving time, you can really tell the difference between the maps from last season to this season now. Normally, when the Saints would be crossing on over, right at the spot right here where the boneyard would be, or the bony... What does it say? Bony... Well, we'll see in a second. But this area here used to just basically be all desert with those crystals, right? Now, even this place, completely filled with nature. Buildings and trees. I know buildings aren't necessarily nature, but the point being, it's the fact that it's not just flat land that you can just snipe people across the side anymore. Speaking of which, however, it looks like Siri is going to spot somebody out right in front of him, actually. Opens fire, goes point blank here with Siri. He's going to eat a little bit of damage for his troubles. We'll have to see, however, how this one ends up going down. Junie on hot pursuit has himself a bit of a better angle, finds himself good 60 damage or so onto his health. Shield's gone on that member. Storm is showing up to make things a little bit more difficult as well. Trying to plow through the building as much as possible. Not quite able to finish him off just yet. Finally, going to be the knockdown there for Junie, and that is going to be the elimination as soon as they find him. There it goes. Junie going to pick that one up and get the first elimination on the board here for the Saints in Game 4. Now, it may not be a first aid kit, but at least Junie in this situation has plenty of bandages, so at least got himself up to 75% health when the time comes. Nice, finding some loot down below, as there are a couple members from another team trying to make it out of the storm. Possibly get some storm exiting frags if they can find themselves a solid position to do so. Potion opportunity here for Junie, get himself all topped off. Saints rather healthy. They can definitely look to make a move. I know Siri's already trying to look to find some snipes right onto one of the cars, actually. Not going to find it, at least not this time. Junie has it as well. That last one was a hit, however, there for Siri. Might have been right on the car, though, so... Of course, cars have a gigantic amount of health. You can't take it down with just one snipe. A good opportunity now here for Junie as well. Level his own assault rifle up to a Scar. Purple assault rifle. good damage, good accuracy. Can't ask for anything more except maybe a legendary version of it if you can find it. Have enough to upgrade his crossbow as well. Just needs a moment to actually go for it. Considering the storms right behind him, now might not necessarily be the right time. I'm going to try and use this river. Dolphin dive their way through it. "66 players still in the game. Saints as a whole have themselves 2 eliminations to start things off. Good start going into Game 4. Still rather healthy, but still a long way to go. Oh, somebody just to the left, actually. Saints opt to take advantage and try and take a shot at them. I think Siri was thinking about it, but maybe just too open. There's more or teammates of that player right around the corner as well. Looking for shots fired. Siri gonna find a couple. Little shot there from Junie as well. More players off to the right of their location as well. Starting to get a little bit busy, and it's still rather early in this game. Just a lot of the players seem to be on a bit of a collision course here with each other, with Siri getting open fired upon. No damage taken yet, though. And Junie, what on earth? There's a player who just hops right on down, finds him with the shotgun, goes right through all of his HP. Thanks or nothing there. Junie gonna end up going down. At least small victory here for Lasix. Has the high ground advantage. Nobody able to really sneak attack onto him. If anything, he can get the jump onto somebody. He's going to jump down, get some good damage. Is going to get the knockdown. Just a matter of finish him off. Does end up being the case. So it's going to be kill number 3 now, going into the favor of St. Clair. Siri a little bit lower, forced to potion up, but is a-okay here in this situation. Fully loaded on shield now, but gonna have to bandage himself up compared to having a health pack or something like that. Lasix still trying to hunt maybe that last member. Gonna get some decent damage off, but not enough to take him down just yet. They do have to worry about that storm that's gonna be around the corner if they're not careful. Well, Lasix does get hit up a little bit, loses a bunch of his shield, down to next to nothing. Does have those small potions to keep himself in the game, however, going to bring himself back up to 50 shield, 90 health. Tries to get the drop down. He does not win that fight, however, and is going to get taken out. And it's going to be all down to Siri to try and get the Saints into the late game here, and they're already kind of stuck inside of the storm zone here. Siri looking for some pot shots, not quite going to find the finishing blow. Had them in the white. Nothing but bandages here for Siri to finish off this game as of this moment. And somehow get out of this alive. That would be incredible. That being said, he's getting absolutely lit up. Going to try and use these bushes as cover, but I'm not sure if he is going to be able to survive this one. That player seems to be very focused on hunting him down. Going to try and make a move for it. Rifle in hand just in case somebody tries to pop out at him. But that being said, though, in a one-on-one, he is so low on health. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to do it. Has to stop for some bandages just in the nick of time. Going to keep him alive. And he's got to move here. It's getting to the point now where the Storm is basically ticking more damage than what he can heal. Does end up going down. Nothing he could end up doing there. So it is going to be Saints going down at 20th. A bit of an earlier exit than what we're used to here from the St. Clair squad. But just unfortunately, another fight just not necessarily going into their favor. This does now put them with 121 points in the session here tonight. So let's see if we can refresh and see where that does end up putting them in this round. Top team is currently sitting with 183 points, it looks like. Of course, I'll actually give you all that link once again here if you do want to follow along with us here throughout the evening's action. Fortnite Tracker will be your go-to for that. Let's see, 121. This would have Saints just inside of the top 25, it looks like. Give or take any other teams finishing their match. So a couple of rounds not necessarily going the Saints' way. Game 1 and 2 are very good. 3 and 4, not so much. Still trying to fight their way back into this one. Game 5 going to be right around the corner. Basically the halfway point here in this session. Still got either 5 more rounds after this, or until we hit 8 o'clock, or not 8 o'clock, until we hit 11 o'clock here. 11 o'clock p.m. EST, of course. So still plenty of time for the Saints to make their moves, get themselves set up for a couple long runs. I feel it coming. We're in the matchmaking. We'll be right back when we jump out of the bus.